Okay, for this project I explored my relationship with the spiritual world. There are three types of relationships with the spiritual world. Sacrifice, prayer, trance or ecstasy, and divination. I think the most seen in my culture would be sacrifice and prayers. That is how in my religion you will connect with spiritual beings such as saints or God. I thought a lot about what sort of emotional state would be tied into my project, what emotions surface in connection to the spiritual being I have chosen. I also thought about the altered state or hallucinations that may come from the spiritual being. These hallucinations are often tied to what is already established in our culture. It is much easier to believe that these hallucinations are real because it gives us the security that we can in fact connect to this powerful being or world. For my project, I have chosen the spiritual being titled the Virgen of Guadalupe, a Roman Catholic spiritual idol. So the story behind the Virgin is that a peasant named Juan Diego was on his way to Mexico City, but on the hills of Tepeyac, he had a vision or hallucination. He saw a girl of about 16 years old surrounded by light. She asked him to build a temple in her name on that very hill. What Juan did was he went to a priest or a bishop and told him the story, and what the priest did was he told him to go back and ask her for proof for a miracle. And the Virgin told Juan Diego to go up to the top of the hill and gather some roses. It was very strange for Juan Diego to find roses because it was December, and also those roses weren't native to Mexico. The Virgin arranged the roses in Juan Diego's tilma, which is a sort of a cloak. When he went back to the priest, he opened his cloak and dropped the flowers to the floor, and on his cloak appeared a image of the Virgin. Now this cloak is in a temple, on that very temple that was built for her. It is still up there, and on December 12th, to commemorate this day, what people will do is have this special ceremony in which the statue of the Virgin is, paraded around the community, by the whole community, throughout like the town and up to the church. People bring roses, they light candles, they pray. There's a ton of praying. It lasts up till I think maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. Throughout the year there is a ritual that from all around the world, all around the world, even people will ask the Virgin for help or for a wish or something, and usually offer to visit her in her temple. But what they do is they will crawl all the way up to the hill. So the Virgin isn't just a religious idol, she's a symbol of patriotism for Mexicans. She transcends from a religious spirit to something that everyone in Mexico, well, mostly everyone in Mexico, believes in, regardless of religion. The Virgin of Guadalupe kind of gives us Mexicans, our national identity. We all have this common bond, this belief in her. She is seen as our mother. She's kind, motherly, and she protects us. For the natives of Mexico, she was a spiritual being that they could finally fully connect with. They had been separated from their old religion, their old idols, and they had not fully adopted the Catholic religion. But with the Virgin of Guadalupe, it was different because she looked like them, and she also spoke their native language. She also appeared in the old location of an Aztec temple of the goddess of earth. The Virgin was a mix of old and new. She looked both Spaniard and Indian, and so that's why she was kind of adopted by everyone, the wealthy, the poor. She's not just for the poor, she's not just for the wealthy, she's for everyone. There are many stories about the miracles the Virgin the Virgin of Guadalupe has done, and many of them involve a rose, the smell, or even the physical rose. I think these are all symbols that go back to the first encounter. There's altered states in which a person will feel extreme calm feeling and just this happiness and awe, and I think this is the overall feeling of that celebration during December 12th, or even when people go and do their sacrifice of crawling up to the temple. So yeah, there's sacrifice and prayers, which is involved, possibly trance and also divination. My drawing depicts religious followers praying to this idol, as well as shows the relationship they feel with the Virgin. They see themselves as her children. Sacrifice is also involved. The people in Mexico will often ask for something as relief from sickness to pay their debts. They crawl up to the temple of the Virgin divination is also tied in. There are many stories told of the Virgin warning her believers of the dangers ahead of them. So, that's how it ties in with the lesson. Okay, so, let's see. I began this project by going through the main ideas of the unit, as per usual. As I worked on it, I was kind of again, I have this issue with, am I interpreting this correctly? I wasn't sure about that. And, I also went back and forth, just, I was like, should I go for some different, idol that I know nothing about, or should I just go with this one? And I just ultimately decided on this one because I felt a little more connected. I feel like I could kind of interpret the feelings a little more, because these are all things that I went through, that I've gone through, things that I feel. So in conclusion, I was very interested in the fact that religion places us in a state of awe, or even just any religious idol or any idol, any spiritual being. Since very few things can give us that feeling, kind of awesome. I think I want to continue finding different rituals or idols that, bring about these feelings. I think it'd be awesome to continue researching these. I'm kind of happy with my project. I wish I could have added way more, but my drawing skills suck. But here's my drawing. I hope you can kind of see that. This is the tilma, and you can kind of see Juan Diego up there holding it. And what is this? This is the temple. These are some curtains. I made her hair the curtains. These are all angels. And her whole body is made of roses. And all of these are the followers that crawl up to the temple, and they kind of are looking at her in awe. And her eyes are made of Juan Diego, the peasant that found her, and the priest, or the bishop, I don't know what he was. And that's my project.